As a matter of fact, the biggest problem I run into is improperly fitting footwear. And I think the biggest reason for that is because the shoe industry these days holds no standards to their sizing. You know, just like clothing. You can't go by the size in the label anymore. You have to put it on and you have to see, is this running big, is it running small, you know, what? So it is very, very important to learn where your foot should sit inside of a shoe to know if that shoe has a standard size or not. A lot of the athletic shoes are all running small. One in particular brand runs almost 2 sizes small. There are still some made with standard sizing. They do happen to be some of the higher quality, more expensive footwear that's on the market. And some run large. As a matter of fact, some companies don't even make narrows anymore. And it's difficult to even find a shoe that has the pattern of your foot, because the patterns are all kind of like the same. So when you want to fit your foot into a shoe properly, you want to know what your arch measurement is. Now this is the measurement that is taken from the back of your heel to the ball of your foot, or that big toe metatarsal. That will be a different measurement than the one you get from the heel to the end of the longest toe. But this ball of foot measurement is the one that you really should go by. And that ball of your foot should sit inside the shoe where the arch ends and the forefoot begins. That's how you know whether that shoe is fitting in length properly. And of course, then width becomes an issue. And if it's too sloppy, your foot's gonna slide all around. And if it's too narrow, then it's gonna be compromised and be uncomfortable. So when the shoe fits, and sometimes they do, my theory is you buy it in every color they make it in. What I do as a part of my scope of practice as a certified podorthist is, first of all and foremost, I fit those shoes properly on your feet. And second of all, I teach you as I am doing so that you will understand down the road how to do this for yourself. Yeah, some people have really hard to fit feet and probably are going to need the services that I provide with just about every pair they have to purchase. But other people, and most people, it's just a matter of learning how to properly size that shoe for your unique feet. And I'll teach you how to do that. The shoe fitting reference guide on the website is some education that can give you an idea of how this process works. But you have to be open to knowing that, well, let's just say I've measured you and you're a 12 medium, but you've been wearing 10.5s for years. If you're a 12 and I'm going to buy you an athletic shoe and we know it runs short, I'm going to buy a 13 because it's going to fit like a 12. Now you're saying to me, but I've always worn 10.5 and you're going to buy a 13, it's going to swim on my feet. But you have to remember, they run small. So I'm really buying a 12 even though it says 13 on the box. You just can't go by the size on the box anymore. You have to know how it's supposed to fit on your foot to know if it fits properly. And so in my field, seeing isn't believing. Feeling is believing.